Here in the I button and in the description box below, you will get complete playlist of infinite series. Welcome to video number 18, and in this video we are going to study a very important test, that is logarithmic test for convergence. Okay? Yes. So before I start this video, I would request you to subscribe to my channel, and if you learn something from my videos, then please hit the like button and do share the playlist of this chapter with your friends. Okay? Yes. In this way you are going to support me, and it is just a request. Let us start. Where we can use logarithmic test, we can use this test either directly or by supporting. Okay, yes, supporting any test. That is, yes, in some questions we can use this test directly to test the convergence of any series, and in some questions we will use this test as a helping test or supporting test. Okay, like after applying D'Alembert ratio test, when the test fails, in that case we can use this test also. Okay, yes. So I will tell you where to use which test, which type of in which type of series we can use this test directly and indirectly. Okay, yes, that is supporting. So let us start with this, that is logarithmic test. If summation un is a positive term series, okay, this summation un is a series which consists of only positive terms, and if limit n tends to infinity, yes, n log un upon un plus 1 equals to L. Okay, yes, limit n tends to infinity, n into log of un upon un plus 1 equals to L. This L is going to decide whether the series is convergent or divergent, because yes, since if this summation un, which is my series, positive term series, is convergent, this series is convergent only and only if the value of this L is more than 1. Okay, yes. In the same way, if the summation of this un comes out to be, yes, this will be divergent if the value of L is less than 1. Okay, yes. Now, after talking all these things, we will see what are those questions that we are going to solve. Okay, there are two questions that we will solve in this test, that is logarithmic test. First is this, that is test the convergence of the series. First is this series and second is this series. If you see both the series, this is 1 square upon 4 square plus 5 square upon 8 square plus 9 square upon 12 square plus 13 square upon 16 square plus dot dot dot. If you see in the second series, that is 1 plus x upon 2 plus factorial 2 upon 3 square x square plus factorial 3 upon 4 cube x cube plus dot dot dot. Okay, if you see in both the series, in this series this is independent of x. Okay, if you see this series closely, you will see there is no this series is independent of x. But if you observe in the second question, that is this series, this is, yes, x is present. Okay, x is present in this series. So if the question comes where it is independent of x, if the series is independent of x, in that case we can use logarithmic test directly. Okay, we can use logarithmic test directly when it is independent of x. Okay, but if x comes in the series, then you need to go for some other series, like I will be going for D'Alembert ratio test. After that, okay, after performing that test, when the test fails, I will be using this logarithmic test. Okay, so let us try to solve this question in this video, and we will solve this question in the upcoming video, that is video number 19. Okay, let us start. Here we go. Question number 1. Test the convergence of the series. We have this series, that is 1 upon 1 square upon 4 square plus 5 square upon 8 square plus 9 square upon 12 square plus 13 square upon 16 square. Here we need to find what is un. Un is the nth term of this series. If you see in the denominator part, okay, if you see in the denominator part, this is multiple of x, sorry, multiple of 4. Okay, so this is 4 into n, but every term is consisting of square, that is 4n whole square. Okay, yes, this is 4 into 1 square, this is 4 into 2 square, this is 4 into 3 square, this is 4 into 4 square, and so on. But what in the case of numerator? Okay, this is 1 square plus 5 square plus 9 square plus 13 square. Okay, if you see the difference between all these numbers, that is 1, 5, 9 and 13, the difference is how much? 4. Okay, the difference is 4. So this is 4 minus 3, this is 8 minus 3, this is 12 minus 3, this is 16 minus 3. Okay, this is 4 minus 3 means 4 into 1 minus 3. This is 8 minus 3, that is 4 into 2 minus 3. This is 12 minus 3, that is 4 into 3 minus 3. This is 4 into 4 minus 3. So we can here write here, that is 4 and minus 3. Square is present in all the numerator part, so we will write square. Okay, I think you have understood this, how we find this un. Okay, so un is equals to 4n minus 3 whole square upon 4n whole square. Okay, yes. Now we will try to find what is un plus 1. In place of n, we need to write what? N plus 1. So this is going to be 4n plus 1 minus 3. Okay, this is 4n plus 4 minus 3. So this will be 4n plus 1. So this is going to be 4n plus 1 whole square. Similarly, 4n plus 4 into n. Write n plus 1 in terms of in place of n. You will get 4n plus 4 whole square. Okay. So here we have un and un plus 1. So we will find what is un upon un plus 1. That is this upon this. So writing this here, that is 4n minus 3 whole square upon 4n whole square. Okay, this is in the denominator part, so this will be in the denominator part and this will be in the numerator part. Okay, yes. Now we will try to solve this. Now here un upon un plus we have this. Okay, now since we are solving this by the help of logarithmic test, since the test we are performing is logarithmic, in that case we need to, okay, here we have two terms, here again we have two terms, here we have two terms, here we have single term. Okay, forget about the single term. I am talking about multiple term, that is two terms. Okay, yes, in every two term or three term or many terms, okay, multiple terms, we need to make this as one. Okay, always try to make this as one. So what we need to take common, that is 4n. Okay, 4n from each. Okay, so if you take 4n common, because of this square we will have 4n whole square. Okay, since we have taken common, that is 4n, here we will have 1 and here we will have minus 3 upon 4n, that is minus 3 upon 4n whole square. Okay, this will be as it is, no change in the single term, only changes will come in the multiple terms. Again here we will take common, that is 4n, because of this square we will have 4n whole square, this will become 1 and this will become 4 upon 4n, that is 4 upon 4n whole square. Again here also 4n whole square, here we have 1 and here we have 1 upon 4n. Okay, again whole square. Now this will get cancelled, this will also get cancelled. So we are left with 1 minus 3 upon 4n, 1 plus 4 upon 4n, that is 1 plus 1 upon n, 1 plus 1 upon 4n. Okay, yes, this is whole square. Fine. Now since we have u upon un plus 1, now we can find log of this. Okay, yes, this will come in front of this, that is 2 into log of this is a into b upon c, a into b upon c, that is log a plus log b minus log c. Okay, log a minus plus log b up minus log c. Okay, now we need to expand this. We need to know what is log 1 plus x. You should know the formula or expansion for this log, that is log 1 plus x. What is log 1 plus x? X minus x square upon 2 plus x cube upon 3 minus dot dot dot. Okay, yes. So we will be expanding each term of log. So if you see, first here we have 2, I write this 2 here. Now if you see this log 1 plus x, so what is x? Minus 3 upon 4n. Okay, so the expansion is x minus x square upon 2. I am writing only two terms. Okay, I will be writing only two terms in each log, expansion of log. So what is x? Minus 3 upon 4n. So x, that is minus 3 upon 4n, minus this is half of x square minus half of x square. What is x? Minus 3 upon 4n whole square plus dot dot dot. Okay, yes, close this bracket for the first term. Now coming to the second term, here x is 1 upon n. So x, that is 1 upon n minus x square upon 2 minus half into x square, that is 1 upon n square plus dot dot dot, minus coming to the last, that is log 1 plus 1 upon 4n. X is 1 upon 4n. So the expansion would be x, that is 1 upon 4n minus half of x square minus half of x square. What is x? 1 upon 4n. So this is going to be 1 upon 16n square plus dot dot dot. Okay, I hope this step is very much clear to you. Now what we need to do is simply, yes, open this bracket. This is 2. Here we have minus 3 upon 4n. Here that is minus square is positive. Okay, so positive negative will become negative. Here we have 3 square, that is 9. Here we have 4n square, that is 16n square, into 2, that is 32n square. Okay, negative negative, so let this be again negative, dot dot dot. Now coming to this, that is 1 upon n minus 1 upon 2n square plus dot 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 minus 1 upon 4n, yes, minus 1 upon 32n square plus dot dot dot. Okay, yes. Now we will multiply n with this log un upon un plus 1. If you multiply n, we need to multiply n with all the terms. Okay, so 2 as it is minus 3 upon 4n into n will become minus 3 upon 4. Again minus 9 upon 32 n square into n, that is minus 32 upon minus 9 upon 32 into n. Okay, because I am multiplying n with all the terms. Okay, here again n upon n will become 1 minus n upon 2n square, that is 1 upon 2n with negative sign, minus as it is n upon 4n will become minus 1 upon 4. Okay, minus of 1 upon 4. Again minus of n upon 32n square will become minus of 1 upon 32n plus dot dot dot. Now we need to put a limit. Okay, now we'll apply the limit, that is limit n tends to infinity n log un upon un plus 1. Okay, yes. If you apply this limit, okay, this term, because n is present in the denominator part and n tends to infinity, this is going to be 0, this is going to be 0, and this is going to be 0. Apart from this, all the terms after this, okay, will contain n. Okay, so all the terms will become 0. So in the first part we will have this, that is 2 is as it is minus 3 upon 4. Here we will have only 1, and here we will have, that is 1 of minus 1 upon 4. If you add these two, that is minus 3 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4, you will get minus 1. Minus 1 and plus 1 will get cancelled. So 0 into anything will become 0. Okay, so we get the limit, the value of limit is how much? 0. And let me show you. Yes, this is my logarithmic test, that is summation of, okay, after solving this limit we will get L. This L will tell the behavior of this series, that is summation un is convergent if the value of L is more than 1. The summation un, that is my series, is divergent if the value of L is less than 1. And so while solving this problem we got L equals to how much? 0, which is less than 1. So we can say the series is divergent. Okay, yes, I hope this point is clear to you. Okay, again if you see, yes, the limit value of this limit is how much? 0, which is less than 1. So by logarithmic test we can say the series is divergent. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much.